Caroline McRory gives readers a playful and light-hearted read in her debut novel, Falling for Mr. Darcy. To give you a taste, here is a scene between Darcy and Elizabeth shortly after Elizabeth falls, injuring her ankle. Miss Bennet, I must help you to your horse if you will give your consent again. Mr. Darcy tried to sound as casual as possible, even as his mind was screaming, "Yes, say yes. You belong in my arms, Elizabeth." She laughed, and the hair on his neck stood up at the musical sound. "Mr. Darcy, I cannot see any other way I could get there, unless another gust of wind were to pick me up and place me atop your horse. You may assist me. Thank you." Elizabeth realized she was using humor to cover her nervous feelings of anticipation at his touch. She thought, with a wry smile, that she was not that different from her father, trying to disguise her feelings with humor. Mr. Darcy softly chuckled and, inhaling a deep breath in preparation, bent down to pick her up. As he walked the short distance to his horse, he noticed out of the corner of his eye that she was again inspecting his face. He tried to pretend not to notice, and so pressed his lips together to keep from smiling. Despite his efforts, the smallest sign of a dimple began to appear on his cheek. He could see her eyes dart to it, and with a bit of mischief, he surprised her when he spoke. "Miss Bennet, do I have a mole on my face, or perhaps a bit of dirt that has caught your attention?" At seeing her color and embarrassment at being caught, he broke into a full grin. Elizabeth, completely discomposed, managed to push her embarrassment aside in an attempt to tease him for his ungallant comment. "Mr. Darcy, you do not have a mole or dirt, I can assure you of that. However, I do see something at present on your face that I have not seen before, and it briefly caught my attention. I apologize." She paused, waiting for the response she knew he would give. "Whatever do you mean, Miss Bennet? What is on my face?" Chuckling to herself in satisfaction that he had responded as she thought he would, she replied, "A smile, sir. Are you quite sure your face will not break?" She turned merry eyes to him with an eyebrow turned up in playful challenge. His smile grew bigger, and a soft baritone chuckle escaped his mouth as he realized her jest. He gave her a tender look that made her breath catch in his throat. When he spoke with amusement, "No, madam, I do not believe it will, but I thank you for your kind concern." This is just the beginning of Elizabeth and Darcy's playful banter and relationship. But will these jovial times last once they realize the stark reality of their differing circumstances? To find out, read Falling for Mr. Darcy.